If all I have to do is risk my career compared to what Palestinian journalists are risking on the ground, that is nothing. That is nothing, and I would do it again. I would do it again tomorrow.
We gather again outside Downing Street, just weeks after the last vigil, because more journalists have been killed in Gaza. This time, a double-tap strike on Nasser hospital took 4 reporters, including 2 of our own, Middle East Eye's Ahmed Aziz and Mohammed Salama. They were not fighters, they were witnesses, targeted for telling the truth. Israel has now killed over 270 journalists in Gaza. This vigil is more than remembrance. It is a reminder. Journalism is not a crime, and a warning. The truth cannot be silenced.
My fear is that if we don't act collectively at this point, the international community will be green-lighting the killing of journalists all over the world with impunity. I really do believe that what we're watching is the breakdown of the international rules-based order. Journalists are protected under international humanitarian law. We are civilians. And if we're not treated that way and afforded those protections, it makes it impossible to do our jobs anywhere. The day after the attack on the Nasser hospital, the next day I decided to take a look at all of the UK's front pages of all of the main national newspapers. Of the 12 front pages that I found, only 2 carried pictures of at least one of those journalists that had been killed. Most of them decided to ignore what was going on. And this in a country that prides itself on free speech and freedom of the press. Well, what does any of that mean if when our colleagues are being killed abroad, we choose not to speak up?
I'm Karishma Patel. I am an ex-BBC journalist and newsreader, and I left last year over the BBC's Gaza coverage. I'm here today to stand in solidarity with my Palestinian colleagues, because they are indeed my colleagues. And too many journalists in the West have been accusing Palestinian journalists of being biased, of being compromised, of lacking in independence. And I want to tell all of those journalists in the West that Palestinian journalists are the best of our profession, that they go out to work every day knowing that they are very likely to be targeted, that their families are at risk. Sometimes they go out and they are reporting while Israel has bombed a hospital behind them. They are continuing to work under these conditions. They deserve our solidarity, they deserve our support, they deserve all of the bravery that any of us can muster. I think every journalist in the West has a question to ask themselves. And I mean, the core of that question is, why are you not here right now? Why are you not doing something? Whatever it is that you are in a position to do, I cannot tell you what that is, but you will know what you're in a position to do, whether that is organising strike action in your newsroom, putting together a group of activists to push for better coverage, whatever it is. Even just turning up here, if you are a mainstream media journalist, can be a powerful act. And I'm asking people to do that if they can.